You know, Ernest, I had a vacuum cleaner quit working on me this weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But I put a cowboy sticker on it. Man, it sucks better than everything.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
So, form, Dr. Deviate. Look at here. Got threatening weather. I'm gonna do the one thing I never do. I'm gonna take the weatherman's word for it. He says no rain. It's gonna burn off. We shall see. Let's fire it up. Alright. It's getting a little dirty. I ain't washed her in a while. But it's okay. It's okay. You know why it's okay? Because do you know what today is? For me anyway. It may be another day for you, but for me, it's hump day. That's right. It's Wednesday, hump day. Turn my Cena on. Get me some retro drams going. I like that, man. Alright. Oh, I don't like the acoustic version. That'll be okay. Alright. Yeah. Gonna go to work this Wednesday. Don't hate on me, guys. I ain't got no sleeves on because it's supposed to be 101 with the... Yeah, no spank you, man. What's the purpose of dying perfect from a heat stroke? He didn't have any road rash, but he's dead. Ah, man, we're gonna test fate and yeah, see what happens. Alright, form, I got some things that are bothering me, and I want your opinion on them now. God, I hope this mic is working. If not, I'm gonna look like the craziest person alive talking to himself inside of his helmet for the next half hour. But to me, it just seems like the newer generations are just finding new and amazing ways to, I don't know, be more divided than we used to. You know, and what I mean by that is we always, man, no matter what we're doing, we create these spaces, you know, like motorcycling, for instance. You know, I remember back in the 70s, man, that's when it was big. Everybody was riding a motorcycle. Guess what? They were all riding together, you know. Nowadays, you can't do that. Now it's, oh, that guy's a squid, or that guy's a Busa boy, or, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's like, we just find ways to divide ourselves. And I don't understand why we just can't be motorcyclists, you know? It's no different than anything else. When you're riding a motorcycle, you know, whether you're, you know, riding a 600 Jigster or, you know, a BMW S1K, we're all cyclists at the end of the day, guys, right? You know, Harley versus, you know, Hayabusa. We're still cyclists at the end of the day. And that's how I feel about it. Because I'll be honest with you, If you want to heat me up and boil my blood, call me a boy. Come up to me and call me a boy, you know, like that. That's why I don't like that whole Busadepot thing. You know, just be careful who you call a boy, because that will burn me up, man. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all can laugh in the comments down below. Maybe I don't know. But the air that I come from, you don't call another man boy unless you anticipate some, you know, heavy resistance, to say the least. Yeah, because calling me boy is like calling Moby Dick a minnow. Alright, it's just not good. I mean, what do you guys think, man? Let me know. You know, you get tired of hearing, you know, oh, he's a squid, or he's this, or he's that. Man, everybody's a squid. Because there's no, the term squid is so loosely defined that there's, any and everybody can meet the definition, you know, depending on their circumstances and what they're in. I mean, I don't even like that term. It's too loose. We all know I don't like things that are loose. But yeah, I mean, if you look at the trucking industry back in the 70s and 80s, you know, I remember that I would be going down the highway and you would see long convoys of 18-wheelers because it was a brotherhood. You know, they all rode together, they all stuck together, they all looked out for one another. Look today, there's none of them ride together anymore because they're just not a brotherhood anymore. I mean, it's every man for himself, and you know, if you're broke down on the side of the road, well, good for you, I'll get the next load, you know. It's that dog-eat-dog world we've created for ourselves, and you would think that motorcycling would be the one area, you know, where we could bring, you know, some camaraderie back into this, you know, crazy existence that we have created for ourselves. Is camaraderie, is that a word? Come on, guys. I am definitely not a word ninja, okay? So you may hear some crazy off-the-wall East Texas redneck stuff, man. I'm telling you. Because I am not a word ninja. How many people in the world are looking for a place that they fit in and a place that they feel loved? Okay? Honestly, man, if that wasn't a thing, then MCs wouldn't really exist. Put it in the comments below. Am I losing my mind? Am I just getting too old? I hate that broad brush painting BS. I hate the term squid. I hate the term Busadepot. You can call me a squid all you want, okay? Am I out here with short sleeves? You're damn right. Alright? But before you start running your mouth at me, I think that you should know, you know, I've been riding on these streets in Houston, Texas, which is like the 4th largest city in America, for over 30 damn years, and I'm still here to talk about it, and I've got no major road rash. So there's something to be said about that. Alright? If you're going to call me a squid, you make sure that you have more experience than me. Alright? I don't give a shit if you can get out here and stand a bike up to the sun and ride it all the way down the freeway. That's not experience, man. It's not. Survived doing that for 30 years. That's experience. You know, it just... everybody's so hung up. Well, he doesn't have full gear on. He's a squid. Man, I've been around the game a long time, guys, and I'm telling you, full gear or not doesn't, I mean, let me rephrase, full gear does not guarantee your survival. Alright? I'm fixing to have a new tattoo right here, and it's gonna have the names of my son and my best friend, my brother, who I used to ride with, who died. Okay? and they had gear on. Alright, so don't tell me that gear, you know, looky here, we're going 80 mile an hour, okay? If I hit something at this speed, it doesn't make a goddamn difference what shirt and jacket I have on. The internal bleeding and damage from blunt trauma to my body, my helmet is going to protect my head, so hopefully my family can have an open casket funeral. Because that's what I've seen. When you, I've been doing this long enough that I've lost loved ones. I almost feel like the guy Tom Hanks played in Green Mile at the end when he's outlived everybody he loved. You know, at 50 years of age and a hardcore motorcyclist that I am, there's not too many of the people that I ride with still around anymore, you know. And I'll be honest with you, the two that hurt me the most, well, they were not at fault in their crashes. They were both pulled out in front of. My son wasn't going this fast because his MT-03 wouldn't do it hardly. I guess it would, but it'd be screaming. He was going about 70 mile an hour, about this right here, and a lady come across a divided highway to get to the other side right in front of him. She blew the stop sign and everything. That guy's going hardcore, man. And yeah, and that was the end of it. I mean, he did, at this speed, what do you do? What do you do? I mean, she's right here in front of you. You do nothing, okay? You do nothing. Same thing happened to my buddy Scott, okay? I was behind him when the van pulled out in front of him and killed him off Aldine Mail Route. You know, they come out of a parking lot right there, you're done. You know, I just don't like the name calling. If you would disagree with somebody not wearing gear, then disagree with it, that's fine. But don't go off calling names and, you know, labeling everybody, because the more you do that, the more you believe it. And the more outgoing you go with it because you believe it, to the point that you're calling people squid and Busadepot to their face. And, you know, some people that may be alright, for others it might not be, guys. Oh, come on, car. I went over, you went over. Let's trade spots. There you go. You know, some people might be okay, some people, you know, it might not. You know, I'm good with you know, 90% of everything. People come up talking trash to me. It's when you start really disrespecting me. It's just, that's the icing for me, man. It's what boils my blood. It really does. Hey! You walking or working? I guarantee you that one was working. But anyway, and you know what? That really carries over into my next point is, you know, when you're passing an MC, especially a 1%er, or one that has what we call outlaw rockers, which is a rocker on top and a rocker on bottom and a patch in the middle. That's an outlaw patch, guys. You can't get that patch. You can't, well, you can get it. You can't wear that patch without the blessings of the 1%ers in that area, okay? That means that, you know, they're connected. That's not a situation you want to be in. You don't want to be disrespecting anybody who lives that 1%er life, guys. I rode patch that was connected to or associated with a 1%er. I've never wore a diamond. Thank God for that, I guess, because I learned my lesson kind of early. But I have rode an outlaw patch, and I'm gonna tell you, you don't want that. You don't want that drama, okay? These guys are legit. This is what they do. You know, this is their life. You know, this is where they live. The streets are their place, man. And all they're asking for is respect. A little bit of respect goes a long ways, to be honest with you. So when you come up on an MC and they're in front of me, if it's a single lane road, just wait. Fall back and wait. Don't even try it, okay? Yeah, you can outrun them at 160 mile an hour, but how you gonna outrun that bullet in your back when you pass them, okay? If you don't think they'll do it, you're sadly mistaken, man. Alright, the club I was with, believe me, I ended up leaving that club because my very best friend had a 45 APC stuck in his jaw, and it took everything I had to talk him down, okay, from killing my best friend. That's why I'm no longer ride colors. Alright, if you don't think they're about that life, you're crazy. They are. They don't care about you. Alright, a little respect goes a long ways. So if you're in a multiple lane and they're in that lane right there, fall back, okay? Come up slowly. You'll see the last guy or so fall out of line, okay? That's like the tail gunner or whatever, and he's gonna come up to see what the hell you're about, because his job is to protect his brothers. And he's gonna come up to you, and you look at him and you do this, you know, do your hand like this. Can I pass? Is that okay? And he'll tell you go or no. If he says no, fall back. Fall back, guys. It's not worth the drama. You don't want it, trust me. You might get away from them today, but what if you see them again? Because they're going to remember you. Alright, then you meet them at a gas station and there's never one of them. Alright, you don't want this drama in your life, trust me. Fall back. If he tells you yes, when you go to pass slowly, you know, pass them, but don't blow by them. All right, and as you're passing, you know, give them the nod or wave at them, whatever. Show them respect as you go by, okay? Because this is their world. No different than in like the streets of LA or whatever. I don't know who's who, the Crips and the Bloods or whatever, but in their neighborhood, on their streets, it's their world, man. You know, you cross them or disrespect one of them, I'm sure you'll end up in the same fate, okay? There's nothing that's going to humiliate you by showing some people respect. To be honest with you, when you show somebody respect, that means that you're more of a man, that you're secure about yourself enough that you can show somebody else respect, okay? And if you show them respect, they will show it back to you in return, okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that, guys. Take it, don't take it, you know. You can say it's America, a free country, they don't run nothing. Hey, man, whatever you want to do, brother. You know, whatever you want to do, I'm about it for you. You do you. I've been here a long time, and I'm still here to talk about it for reasons, man. All right, here we are. Oh, there's Ernest. There's Ernest. Woo woo. What's up, Ern? Oh, Ernest looks like he's got something on his brain, man. This is the manager of this Stripes over here off of 249 Tomball Parkway. Pretty good guy. Pretty good guy. I give him a hard time. If you ever come in here off of 249, kind of the south end of 249, we're about 3 or 4 miles from 45, between 45 and Antoine. You come in here and see Ernest, okay? Give him a hard time. He's a Cowboys fan. I don't have a horse in the race, guys. I don't watch football, so don't think I'm hating on you if you're a Cowboys fan. It's pretty good right now, but you know it ain't gonna be later. It's gonna be hot.
How much that cost?
What?
I had that cam on.
The little chin mount? About 35 bucks.
No, I'm talking for the camera.
This is a used older model. This is an 8. So you can get them for about 150, 200 bucks.
Okay. So it's almost like the one I got in my car. You just okay. I ain't never thought about riding with one, but that makes sense.
I do it because my son, when he got killed.
That's what I just want to say. They know what happened.
Yep. Let's see if I can leave it rolling and give Ernest a hard time here. Let's see. All right, guys, here we go. He's at the register. Now, don't go away, Ernest. Don't go away.
The red he said he opened it already. I said, I didn't know.
Hello, Kim.
Sonny, good morning, Sonny.
Yes, ma'am. You know, Ernest, I had a vacuum cleaner quit working on me this weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But I put a cowboy sticker on it. Man, it sucks better than everything.
You got your help. Oh, you gonna put your phone up in? Oh, that was a good way.
I gotta give Ernest a hard time. It's all out of love.
Oh, look. You
Man, I got too close to it.
Yeah, that is.
Wow, I wasn't even, man. I was close, but not that close.
Oh, it ain't gonna cancel it.
No?
No.
Go through with it. It's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a little overzealous.
That's what happens when y'all do it. You couldn't get your discount today.
No, full price. Full price Wednesday.
You gonna pay full price even if it wasn't a discount or not.
Gotta have it. Take it easy, Kim.
All right, welcome to 7-Eleven.
Later, Ernest.
All right, take it easy.
I only have mad love for Ernest. All right, let's get out of here. Had to turn you guys off in the store because I had to disconnect the inside mic or you wouldn't be able to hear the conversation. Hopefully that worked. Now we're all hooked back up for moto vlogging and can continue riding. But yeah, a little bit of respect goes a long way, and it doesn't make you less of a man. It actually makes you more of a man. You know, that's how it's always been. There's other ways to prove your manhood. Don't do it by disrespecting other men. It never has a good outcome. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Everybody live his own life, man. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to pass on how I've made it as long as I have. All right. Let's see here, man. We're gonna be at work. I got a Kawasaki Kyle. I got a Italian baguette, because all he thinks about is Ducati. That fool, man. They gave me hell for Zoot Nation. Squid Nation, they call it. It's alright. Alright, you really gonna do this? You're a damn fool. Ah, dude. This YouTube thing, this is all for fun. I don't make no money off of this. Don't really plan on it. I just wanna you know, make friends and ride and make some connections and hopefully help some people out along the way. That's the whole purpose of this channel. You know, if you guys are around the Houston area, Woodlands, you know, which is North Houston, ever, and want to hang out and ride, man, hit me up. I'm always down. As long as I ain't working. Oh man, I'd have went if it wasn't for that lagging car right there. Yeah, but I'm just like you guys. I go to work every day, and yeah. Now, on the way home, I'm going to talk to you guys about some things that are coming up in my life that are they're gonna impede the channel a little bit, but I've already put things in place to you know, I already put certain things in place to bridge it, so it shouldn't be bad. We just won't get very much moto vlogging for a few weeks. Like I said, we'll talk about that this afternoon on the way home. I didn't even strap my helmet and it's flapping in the wind. I knew I only had a block to go, so I didn't strap it. Call me a squid. I'm cool with that, just don't call me a boy. This is definitely a section you want to keep an eye out for if you're ever on this side of town. Alright. We're at work. Ain't nobody ever this excited to be at work, man. What the hell? Let's see who we got. Kawasaki Kyle just pulled in. Oh, and there he is, Mr. Baguette himself. Look at him. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Your Ducati?
Yeah.
See, I got Kawasaki Kyle and Baguette Presley right here. He thinks he's the Ducati ambassador.
I don't.
Why do I pull up the first thing you told me about how good your Ducati sounds?
No,
This
That's what I asked you. What are we talking about? I said, your Ducati? You said, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Did you go get that thing?
I gotta drop the check off today.
He has to go finish buying it.
Yeah.
But he's still not going at home.
So the finance officer decided to sign the letter of guarantee till like 4:45. So I didn't get my check until like 5 p.m. in the bank. So I was like, okay, I'm dropping it off now. But yeah.
I think.
What's going on for him? Well, it's the ride home with the doctor. The overcast clouds seem to hung around a little bit, so not quite as hot as they were predicting, but it's still about 98, so a little brutal, but not too bad. We're gonna see the the air intake is 99, so okay. See you guys see me kind of jigger-jogging back and forth on my bike. It's because of my hip. I got a lot of hip pain, which is what I wanted to talk to you guys about on my way home today. I mentioned on the ride this morning that there was going to be some changes for a couple weeks. Those changes are, we'll get into it once we get on the road here. Hayabusa in the gravel is always fun. As always. It's like we go from gravel to this stuff. This is fantastic stuff right there, man. Good traction, you know, leaning over, turning right here. Go, dude. Go, you stupid. All right, I'm going because you're an absolute idiot. You waited on me. Ooh, my bike slid a little bit. I hate that stuff. If you want to lay it back down, that's a good place to do it in gravel and water. All right. All right. Let's get on the road here. Jam to some retro music. I'm a product of 80s and 90s music, man. And that's what I listen to, guys, in my helmet when I'm talking to you. I listen to everything from rock to rap, pretty much everything around that time. Even some classic 70s and stuff. All right. Let me get over here where I can position myself, because I can't see, because my hip and stuff will not. Well, let me tell you what it is, guys. All right, so the 31st of this month, I'm going in for back surgery. I don't have a choice. I've tried to postpone it as long as I could. I've had these injuries in my back for, oh Lord, 15-20 years. And well, I've had one for about 18 years, and I had another one probably about 26 years. And these are, you know, not motorcycle related or anything like that, but I got to go in and have surgery on the 31st of this month and get my back fixed. They're predicting that should, in reality, fix a lot of my hip issue, because it's a lower back problem. And hopefully that'll get my hips back where they need to be, not so painful. I know there's some residual arthritis in there, but I think a lot of it is nerve damage. So anyway, the recovery for that is, they say full recovery should be, if everything goes perfect, it should be about 6 weeks. Now, I can't do anything for a week, and then on the second week, if everything's looking like it's supposed to, I can start going to work on the second week, and then maybe within, you know, 2 to 3 weeks or so, well, 2 to 4 weeks, they said I might be able to start riding again. So in the meantime, I'm going to be continuing to do, you know, coffee with the doctor and giving you guys updates and talking about, you know, Busa things and Busa life. You know how we do it, guys. There's plenty to talk about, that's for sure. But that's what's coming up. Like I said, it's going to be on the 31st of this month. The only concern we have is, unfortunately, I am diabetic, so that could hinder the healing process because of my age and my diabetes. I am over 50 years of age, so don't quite heal as well as I used to. Everything takes forever. Tell you what, getting old is not for the faint of heart, guys. And as I get older, the more I miss the camaraderie between men. things that we used to have back in my day, you know, the 80s, early 80s, and stuff like that, 70s, you know, when men, you know, respected one another, and, you know, kind of hinting back what we was talking about this morning, you know, with the, you know, calling everybody a name and labeling everybody, hey, he's a squid, he's a booster boy. You know, I miss the time when men would just respectful to each other, you know, respect each other for being motorcyclists and enjoying the same hobby and that kind of stuff. It wasn't a popularity contest or, you know, make fun of somebody. I mean, back then, as long as you weren't wearing like pink shirts and stuff like that, I mean, as long as you stuck to the manly colors, you didn't really much to worry about. Things seems kind of, you know, when you're riding, you get those spider senses tingling, you know, and it's just telling me get out of that lane right now. It has served me well, that's for sure. God, I love this bike. It's like you want to heat yourself into the sun, just breathe on the boomstick down here. Or just breathe on it. It'll give you all you want. Yes, I'm getting old. This thing is a lot to handle. Maybe 20 years ago it wouldn't have been so bad for me. But I was also a lot crazier. Got a little bit more self-preservation nowadays, guys. Like I said before on the ride over, man, let me know in the comments below how old you guys are and what you ride. I'm really curious to see what the, you know, who's riding what and, you know, what's the age group right now. But yeah, I'm hoping for a speedy recovery, guys. Get in and out of my surgery. Hopefully, uneventful, and get back to doing the things that I love to do. That's riding this beast right here. That's why I'm doing it after all these years, because I absolutely love this bike, and I don't want to give it up. Just got it, and it's always been my dream bike, and man, I'm just living the dream right now, I'll be honest with you, and I don't want to give it up. I'm not ready to hang it up. I want to fight for it. But it's getting to the point that it's a little dangerous for me because I can't take one leg on and off the pegs anymore. One leg has to stay on the pegs, and it's quite painful for me to get it off there. So if I have an incident where I need to drop both legs quickly, I can do it, but it's gonna definitely, it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna let you know about it. I'll be very verbal because I have to let out a bit of a grunt. Why do I love my Hayabusa? Oh God, let me count the ways, you know. It started out as when I was a younger man, you know, when the Gen 1 Hayabusas came out. I mean, those things were just, they were the end-all bike. I mean, if you rode up on a Hayabusa, there was no questioning about it. You were not challenged. And to be honest with you, at that time, you know, I think I was up on a 600. I moved up to a 600 bike. Maybe the Yamaha VMAX, I'm not sure. I don't remember, so long ago. But one of those two bikes, and I'm gonna tell you what, you know, everything I heard about the Hayabusa then, and I was looking at it, and I've never seen a bike that looked like it, you know, and it just, I don't know, I just stared at it in awe. And to be honest with you guys, it scared the hell out of me, you know. 1300cc, you know, hyper bike, or, you know, super sport, you know, and I was like, man, that thing is a beast, you know. That's too much bike for everybody. And then, you know, time went on and I got bigger bikes, and the Gen 2 came out, and I was watching the Gen 2, and it was a good bike. And, you know, Hayabusa was definitely done made itself a legend by that point. And I wanted it even more, you know, just because of the name it had created for itself. And then the 3 came out, and I just like, man, if I don't do it now, I never will. I want it. And be honest with you guys, I was pretty darn nervous about buying this thing, you know, because, you know, it went up. I think at Gen 2 it went up to 1340 cc, so it was even bigger. And you know, this one here is 1340, as you guys know. And I was nervous about buying it. To be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect power wise. I know Gen 1 and 2 were just absolute beast. And this one, having the electronics with the lift control and traction control and ABS, I felt like it had the rider aids there as kind of a safety net. And I pulled the trigger, and I bought a bike that literally, you know, I always wanted it. I always, you know, respected it. I just never had the bronze to go buy it, you know. I just never didn't have the courage, guys, to be honest with you. I mean, you hear horror stories about Busas, you know, like they say, heating themselves into the sun. And I know from my past, I can be a hooligan. And, you know, do I really need a bike of that stature? You know, am I mature enough now? But the question is, I think I am. Do I do, you know, some hooligan stuff? Yes, I do it. You know, you guys have seen videos where I've come up and down this freeway right here, you know, at $1.60. But that's mild. I mean, that's mild to what I'd have done 20 years ago, you know. So I have matured enough now. If I'd have bought this bike, or even the Gen 1 and so when it came out back in the day, guys, be honest with you, the state of mind I was in back then, I was very self-destructive. I just lived on the edge, and this bike might have been the end of me, you know, or the Hayabusa of that time might have been the end of me, guys. I don't know if I would have survived it. And that's just being honest with you. You know, I've never been a track guy. You know, I don't go out there and drag a knee. I don't drag race. I don't ride wheelies. I just enjoy riding, and every once in a while I like to do some straight line speed. That's my ride, man. And this is a lot of bike. I mean, this is a lot of bike. But well, I told you why I wanted it. I didn't tell you why I love it. The reason why I love it, despite everything I just told you, it handles and drives like a beginner bike. If it wasn't for the 600 pounds, this thing's amazingly easy to ride. I mean, honestly. And, you know, yes, I'm bent over a little bit, but not near as much as I would be if I was on a 1000 or even a 600 or something, you know, like an R1 or an R6 or R7, whatever. You know, you're just a lot more squatted. This thing's more upright, you know, and the legs are very tucked on it, kind of like those sport bikes, but I did put lowering pegs on this. I dropped them 1.5 inches. They will fit with the 1.5 inch drop pegs with factory exhaust on this Gen 3 Hayabusa. That is doable, because I've done it on this bike. But yeah, it's easy to ride. Not only is it easy, it's stable, it's comfortable. It's just an absolute pleasure to commute on. I mean, honestly, you see, guys, I'm commuting back and forth to work on it right now, and it's just a pleasure, man. It's so heavy, so planted. It's not a feather in the wind, so if you got a real bad crosswind, you know, the thing's just not blown everywhere. Yeah, it's just a fantastic motorcycle. Is it powerful? By God, yes. This thing will run like the wind, trust me. But it's manageable, and the computer systems on it are very good, so I'm 100% satisfied with my purchase. I've owned this thing now, I don't know, a few months. It's got 1,650 miles on it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. There's not another bike out there I'd trade for this thing. Call me a Busadepot, call me a fanboy, whatever. I was meant for this bike. This bike was meant for me. You see that? No helmet, no nothing. I can hear you guys now. Squid! Squid! Come on, guys. We gotta stop that, man. In Texas, it's legal to ride without a helmet, you know, and he's within the law. I mean, let him do him, you know. Let's try not to judge. I mean, I got pants and stuff on, but I got short sleeves on because it's hot. If you look at the air intake on this bike right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it says 103. It was just at 104. And that's in the open air. I'm not behind nobody. So the heat index here is very hot. Stay as cool as I can. On days like this, these are extreme triple-digit days, guys. You know, you have to. Just got to pick one safety over the other, in my opinion. Yes, I need to be wearing leather if I hit the ground, you know. You know, don't even speak to that. You know, there ain't but two types of riders, ones that have been down and ones that are going. Brothers, I've already been down, okay? I've been down more than once on this very freeway. And I'm here to talk about it, and I ain't got no road rash, okay? So I fully understand. This is a whole lot of Pumbaa to stop, man. Pumbaa doesn't like to stop on a dime. Yeah, it's got Brembo brakes, and they're really good. But still, 600-pound motorcycle with a big, heavy, fat boy on it. Yeah, it don't like to stop. Man, I am ready for it to cool down a little bit, man. I want to do some riding, guys. I really do. I want to do some good riding. Maybe go down to the beach, Galveston, Kima, you know, boardwalk, something like that. My low fuel lights on. Don't want to pull Motolocity, run out of fuel. Just playing with you, brother. Like his channel, like his content. If y'all ain't heard about him or go see him, go see Motolocity.com or no, Motolocity on YouTube. He's got a great channel. It's pretty entertaining. But he's run out of gas a few times. It's great. But I won't be stopping for gas on my way home. I still got 42 miles. I'm good. I'm only about 3 miles from the house, so. Man, I love this bi-directional quick shifter. It is so good. Wow, man, this booger. It's unusual. She don't really like to run that well when it's this hot and when the air is this hot. But she's running pretty good right now. She's running pretty darn good. Well, now it says 105. Wow. We're off the freeway. It's hot. It's kind of brutal, I ain't gonna lie. My wife's not 100% happy that I'm riding this with my surgery coming up, because I've not been sleeping well because of pain. And that's why why you see me with my hand like this. I'm bracing my back. You'll see me with my hand like this, not wrapped around the bar, but on top of it, and I'm pushing up on my back. I know you guys have caught me doing that, and you may be wondering why I do it like that right there. See, I'm not gripping the handlebar, I'm standing up on it. It's just to relieve my back, guys. It's just to relieve my back. I love this machine so much. I will do it no matter what the pain, to be honest with you. That poor man right there, he's got OCD so bad, it just drives him nuts, man. He'll pick his yard, his neighbor's yard, and the medium clean for like 3 blocks in every direction. And it doesn't matter how hot it is outside. It just drives him crazy. But I tell you what, the man's got his place in order. His garage is immaculate. I mean, everything is pristine in its place. All the lines, everything on the walls is perfectly lined up. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. It's pretty amazing, honestly. I need to get him to come to my house, but he'd probably have a heart attack. Right. We are at the La Casa. Alright, this time I'm not gonna kill the camera. Normally I kill the camera when I come up here, but I'm not gonna kill it this time. Just kind of give you guys an indication of what's happening, right? So I kill the bike so it holds a gear, because my driveway is pretty steep.
Goodbye.
Because I only have 1 foot on the ground. If you look, this one is still up, okay? The reason for that is I can't let it down. So let me show you. Right there. Ooh, I gotta let it down so gently, because it feels like I'm going to break the actual hip itself. Alright, and there we go. Now once it's down, I'm good to go, guys. I mean, it's tender and it's painful. Don't think it's not, but honestly, I'm good to go now. See, but a lot of that, they're thinking that a lot of that pain is caused from my back, and that's why we're having surgery on the 31st. And let's pray that it fixes it, guys. If it doesn't, I will continue doing what I'm doing right now. You know, pretty much riding one-legged. I know that's not ideal. It leaves me open for, you know, falling over at a red light if something was to go wrong, if this foot slips or something, or, you know, anything can happen, guys. You know, the wind could tip me, and I have to be forced to try to get this foot down in time, and it's really hard. I mean, I've done it. I have had to pull it off the pegs really quick to brace myself, and it was quite painful. I kind of moaned out a little bit out loud in my helmet, but I was able to do it and, you know, not lose the bike. So one way or another, guys, I'm going to continue to ride. I'm going to continue to make content. I love this bike. I love everybody that's following me. You guys are great. I love the comments and interacting with you guys. It's fantastic, and I don't want to give it up. So Pumbaa's going to be around for a while, no matter what my medical conditions are. I will find a way to ride it. That's just it, guys. If I melt myself into the sun on it because of my, you know, disabilities, then you know what? I actually, you know, went out my way, because most of everything that I have wrong with me is before somebody else, you know, for work and stuff like that, and to make somebody else money, or, you know, it wasn't to my benefit. So, you know, if I get hurt on something that I love doing, it'll be the first time, and I'm okay with that. You know, at least it was something that I wanted to do and not making somebody else money. you guys are kind of seeing the full deal, man. You know, I grabbed my little screen here and hit my button and opened my garage. Man, I got red wasp everywhere. They're driving me nuts. You guys have that problem this time of the year, the red wasp getting all up inside your area? Look at that. You see this? This is my wife, man. That has been there since last Christmas. And guess what? It'll be there next Christmas. And it'll be there the next Christmas after. I don't think it'll ever move. I think it's now a permanent fixture in my walkway. You see, let it snow, and it's 104 degrees out here, and she's got to let it snow on the ground. I love her. She's all mine. So, all right, guys, well, that's it. You know, I just wanted to be honest with you guys, let you know what's going on with the channel, what's going on with me. I will continue to put out content while I'm healing from the surgery. I'm going to try to get a few more rides and a few more things in before the surgery. The only thing that would cause problems is if I don't heal fast enough. It could take longer. Trust me, I'm not going to just disappear for a month. I will continue to make content. I will continue to make entertaining content for you guys. And till then, be safe, keep it upright, and peace.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world